Hello friends, it is Mrs. P. I am here to do all kinds of things to try to play catch up with my budgeting. I had done like pre-budgeting before we went on our little weekend getaway. I just didn't have time to film anything, and then because of my injury on my fingers, I have kind of put off it even more. So we got home Tuesday. Today is Friday. So I am trying to play catch up. I spent a lot of time last night working and organizing the bill and the budget and all that stuff. So I want to go ahead. Some of this is already pre-filled out. I just wanted to kind of give you an overview. I did my monthly planning, and this is where I highlight the weeks that we get paid and each thing that is due, you know, from that paycheck. So I've already done that. I've also done, like, I'm struggling, my monthly overview budget. I had done this prior to going on the trip, so this is, it may be a little bit outdated. Like, there might be some tweaks that I should have fixed, but I'm just going to leave it as is. My sinking fund plan, I've already done. And so now I'm going to just walk you through. We're going to just do the budget and check-in all at one time, so you can see for the first week of September what we did and what we spent. So I am going to zoom you in so that you can see this. I'm just going to put in the actual numbers since I do not need to put the budgeted numbers in right now. So this is for the first week. That covered from August 29th through September 4th. So it ended Wednesday. All right, so I did get my paycheck. This is the first paycheck that I've gotten, like a regular paycheck, since May or June. Was it June? June was my last. I don't know. Anyway, May, I think. So I did get a tiny little bit of a raise. Not much. Not enough to offset the cost of living increases. But $32.77.27. Now that does have $500 come out for my car payment. It also has health insurance, life insurance, retirement, all those things come out of that. So, I mean, you know, that's what I'm left with. All right, Mr. P got paid, and his was $1,127.36. And then we did have some other, which is from my boys, and that was $225. All right, so this totaled $46.29 Okay, so that was our income for the first week. All right, so we have, it's a bill heavy. We've got our mortgage that comes out. It is $1,140 that came out. Progressive is our insurance. I think from looking at our, like, this was the last one on $296. Sorry, I can't talk and do this at the same time. This is the last payment on this 6-month period, and then it, you know, renewed. It looks like my insurance went up, so I'm gonna have to call them and see if there's any discounts that I can get. I really need to probably call around and get some new estimates. Microsoft came out for $18.18. Assurant came out. That's renter's insurance, $14.92. That's for my son. He pays that. And Google, I used to have Google coming out at the end of the month, but I've noticed that it's not actually coming out of our account till the first couple days. So I'm moving it to the beginning. So that was $2.99. And that was actually from last month's Google storage. All right, so this totals $1,472.19. And for some reason, that doesn't look right to me. Let me re-add this just to make sure, because it was late when I was doing this and I was tired. Okay, that's right. All right, so that left us with $3,157.44. All right, so as you know, I didn't do any budget stuff last week. I didn't pull any money from the bank for sinking funds or savings challenges, so that one stayed the same. Nothing came out. All right, so this section is going to be a little bit different this week. We had 31, 57, 44 left over, and I put that in the wrong place, but okay, so while we were away, I did not buy groceries for the house. Like, I bought nothing before we left. We left on Friday and we came back on Tuesday. But I did buy groceries while we were out there. We ate breakfast and lunch at the cabin, and then we ate out for dinner. So we also kind of split some like very basic things for breakfast. Actually, to be honest with you, we ate breakfast like around lunchtime, so we didn't really eat lunch. So we were also exhausted. We were sleeping late. Okay, so for groceries, my portion, what I paid while I was out there, was $85. Eating out. Now, we did have eating out. We ate 3 nights out. And that was $215. We did pick up some snacks and like ice cream and things like that in between, but we used cash for that. We used the money that we had been saving for vacations. Granted, it was money that I had saved for December for vacation, but I went ahead and used it for this because that's, you know, a vacation. All right, and we have nothing else planned. No more trips until we go visit my son for Christmas. All right, so gas, we spent $87 on gas, and that is all for those categories. Unbudgeted. As you know, I closed my fingers in the truck door, sliced the knuckles, and I had stitches and stuff, and tried to go to the urgent care because urgent care copay is much cheaper than the ER copay. They wouldn't do anything with my fingers there. They said that it was too bad that I had to go to the ER. My copay for the ER is $300. So, unbudgeted. We're cash flowing it because I don't have that much saved up in medical. So and I don't want to pull from my emergency fund. So I'm planning just to cash flow that expense. So this section was $687, and that leaves us with $2,470.44. All right, so then I go down to my debt section. Let me move this, 2,470.44, and we had the truck payment we paid, which was $470. We paid Citibank, the regular $20 payment. That is our next snowball card. Wells Fargo, $75, and Ortho, $88. And that was all the debt that we paid. We didn't pay anything toward the snowball. So this section was $653, and that left us with $1,817.44 to roll over into this week that I'm now going to budget for. All right, so that basically covers the check-in for the budget and check-in for the first week of September. I've already filled in my categories back here with the groceries and everything that we spent while we were away. And so now I can get started on the actual budget for this coming week. Okay, so let me zoom you back in. So this is going to be for the week of September 5th through the 11th. Okay, so we had rollover, which we already know is $18.17. I'm going to leave the cents off of this. Mr. P should be around $1,000. And other, I'm not expecting any other money. So this is $28.17. All right, so for the bills that we have this week, we have car wash that's going to come out. That's $40. Live 360, which is $9. Mr. P Hobby, $61. And iRobot is $32. And this totals $142, and that leaves us with $26.75. Okay, So now for sinking funds and savings challenges. Because I didn't pull anything last week, nothing at all, I tweaked my numbers. Some things I'm just skipping, like some of our sinking funds I'm skipping completely. Some of them I'm doubling up so that I can cover last week's. So the numbers are a little bit off, but it doesn't matter. $26.75. So I'm just going to put for sinking funds. I'm not splitting this up. Sinking funds and savings challenges. I can't even talk. $752. And so that is what we will pull out of the bank to fill envelopes, fill game challenges, things like that. I hope I can play games this week. I don't know how I'm going to stuff envelopes with my thing. I guess I can figure it out. All right, so that leaves us with $19.23. And then I'm going to go up to my envelopes. These are my cash envelopes that I keep in my wallet. So $19.23 is our total that we have left over. Groceries, which we are hurting on groceries. No milk, no bread, no orange juice, no apple juice, none of that stuff. So $150. Pet supplies. My son did take his dog back with him. So I'm going to continue. I was going to double this because I didn't take any out for pets last week. But because now his dog is gone and we just now have one dog and one cat. And the cat has plenty of wet food. She just needs dry food. I'm going to just keep it at 20 and see where we go from there. All right. So I did send some like treats and bones and food and stuff like that with my son so that he had, you know, things to feed her while they drove across the country. So I'll have to stock up on those again, but it won't, you know, with one dog, you just get through it a lot less. All right, household. I'm going to take out 20. Mr. P, 30. Mrs. P, 65. Miss P, 20. Now, last week I didn't take out any of this money for us, but I kept track of what we were spending when we were out and about, and so it worked out pretty good. So we all, you know, had little treats, and it just came out what we would have pulled for our blow money. Eating out, I am not planning to eat out at all. We got plenty of that over the weekend. Gas, I'm going to say 70, and miscellaneous, 10. So our cash, oh, I need to put in line for unbudgeted. Hopefully nothing unbudgeted comes out. All right, so this section is $385, and that leaves us with $1,538. And we do not have any debts coming out this week. I'm going to put something, a line for this snowball. I'm going to say 0 for right now because I haven't like really looked at the future like weeks ahead and see like how the numbers fall. So I'm going to have to do that and just see if there's wiggle room so that we can start putting money toward the snowball earlier than the end of the month. So that will leave us with $1,538 to roll over to next week. That'll be the third week. 1,538. Okay, so now I'm going to do my cash planning. And with my cash planning, I'm going to go ahead and forewarn you I'm going to do it. But I'm not going to cash stuff with you guys this week. One, because of my fingers. Two, because of time. Just don't have, I don't even know when I'm going to get to the bank. I'm going to try to get my husband to pick this up. Because today is Friday, the banks are closed tomorrow. Our ATMs only give out 20s, and I need a lot of different denominations. So anyway, that is that. All right, so I am going to go ahead and write in the categories, and then I will be back. Okay. So I've done these. I went ahead and put the amounts for the cash envelopes because we've already gone over that. I'm out of breath. I had to run and grab my highlighter. I didn't have it. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you in. And so for these sections, this is what I'm going to keep in my wallet. Groceries, I'm going to get a 50 and 5 20s. Pets, a 20, 20. Mr. P, a 20 and a 10. Mrs. P, I'm going to get a 50, a 10, and a 5. Miss P, I'm going to get 4 5s. Gas, I'm going to get 3 20s and 1 10. And miscellaneous is going to get a 10. Okay, so that is that section. This adds up to be $3.85. Okay, so then I go down to the next section, which is beauty. I'm going to get $30 this week. Medical, I'm going to get $50. And pool, I'm going to get $20. All right, so let's see here. Beauty, I'm going to get a 20 and a 10. Medical, I'm going to get 2 20s and a 10. And pool, I'm going to get a 20. And this section adds up to be $100. Okay, then I'm going to go down to this. Garbage, 15. Hunting, 30. Hunting season starts this weekend, bow season. So my husband's going to get some more corn and I don't know. I think that's about it. Subscriptions, 10. Vet, 10. Car tags, 10. Car maintenance, 25. And home maintenance this week is going to get $150. All right, so 15 for, am I on the right section? Yeah. 15 for garbage. Hunting is going to get a 20 and a 10. 10, 10, and 10. Car maintenance is going to get a 20 and a 5. And home maintenance is going to get, okay, let's see here, 2. I've got my cheat sheet off to the side. 2 50s, 2 20s, and 2 5s. Let me see. Double checking my math over here. Yep. All right, so then that section adds up to be $250. All right, then I'm going to go to our last section, and that is emergency fund challenges, Christmas challenges, vacation challenges. Mini Monday, I am going to get a little bit extra since I didn't do it last week. And the YouTube hop, I am 2 weeks behind, or last week and this week. So I'm going to get 32. So I need to play catch up on that one. All right, so for emergency fund, I'm going to get, let's see here, 120. Let me find the 20s. 120, 5 10s, 5 5s, and 5 1s. And I'm going to do that all down this row for all 3 of those. And then for Mini Mondays, I've got a lot of 5s in there, so I'm going to try to condense a little bit. So I'm going to get 3 10s and 8 5s. And then same with the YouTube hop. I have got a lot of 1s that I need to condense, so I'm going to go ahead and get 6 5s and 2 1s. And that should work out pretty good. All right, so this section is 402. And if I add all of these sections together, it will be $1,137. So I need to get 4 50s, 22 20s, 29 10s, 38 5s, and 17 1s. And I'm still out of my cash planing little teller slips, so doing it the old-fashioned way with, this is how I used to do it before I had fancy stuff. Okay, so I need to get $50. I need to get 4 of those. 20s, I need to get 22. 10s, I need to get 29. 5s, I need to get 38. And 1s, I need to get 17. So this is 200. This is 440. This is 290. This is 190. And this is 17. So if I add that, oh, I just wrote on my placemat. If I add that together, it should be $1,137. So let's see. 200, 440, 290, 190, 17. Yep, 1,137. So I will take this to the bank. She's probably happy she didn't see me last week, but she's going to be hating me today. Or my husband, whoever goes out there. I don't know. All right, so cash planning is done. That feels good. When you skip a week like that, I feel all out of sorts. Like I don't know what's going on, even though like, you know, the budget doesn't change a whole lot from month to month, but I just felt kind of like out of it. All right, so now that is done, I'm going to do my meal planning, which I didn't do last week because we really didn't eat at home really at all. We kind of fended for ourselves the last couple of days after being back. All right, so I'm getting my cheat sheet ready. All right, so this is going to be from 9/5 through the 11th. I wrote that really weird, but that's okay. Oh, I need to zoom you in. All right, so Thursday. We've already had Thursday. We already did that. We did soup and sandwiches. And it wasn't actually sandwiches. It was like wraps because that's the only kind of bread we had. But that is what we had. I'm just going to leave it there. Friday, I do have a meal that I didn't cook from the prior meal plan. It was the garlic butter steak bites. I am cooking that tonight. I've got it ready to go in the crock pot. Garlic butter steak bites. I hope my husband will eat this. I mean, it's steak, but it's made in the crock pot, so I don't know. All right, so garlic butter steak bites. I'm going to do, it has like potatoes in it, little baby potatoes, which I have. And I had laid out some yeast rolls to rise. I do not need anything for this meal because it had already been planned, so I already had it. All right, so tomorrow, while we were in Gatlinburg, we picked up some really good barbecue sauce. I'm not even a huge barbecue person. Like, it's a little too tangy for me, but this was so delicious. We got to sample them. And so I want to make some barbecue chicken. And we have chicken in the freezer, so that makes it an easy meal. And we purchased the barbecue when we were in Gatlinburg. So barbecue chicken. And I want to do corn on the cob. I saw Mandy in the making. She had made some corn on the cob. I think it was Mandy. No, maybe it was, I can't remember. Anyway, they had made corn on the cob, and it looked so delicious. I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a shot and get, I don't know, it just looked really good. And then Texas toast. And just keep it really simple. I do, I spelled toast wrong. I do have some baked beans I noticed in the pantry. I can throw that if we get a, you know, feel like this isn't enough. I can always do the baked beans because they're already there. For this meal, though, I'm going to need to get the corn. And I need to get Texas toast. I'll probably just get the frozen Texas toast just to make it an easier meal. All right, Sunday is going to be cube steak. We haven't had that in a while. My husband had said he would like to have some cube steak with gravy. I've got everything to make the gravy. I'll have to get some milk, but I'll need to get the cube steak. So cube steak. Oh, you can't even see that, sorry. I want to do mashed potatoes, and I have potatoes and green peas because I always do those two things together, and I've got green peas in the freezer, so all I need to get is cube steak. All right, well, milk, but that's like one of those staples that I get every week. All right, so then for Monday, I'm going to do pasta casserole, and that's just what we call it. My mom always, I swear, I can't do two things. You know that. Casserole. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Okay, but it's just basically like a lasagna, but with rotini noodles, and I do add pepperoni in there. So pasta casserole and then garlic bread. And I do have a half of a French loaf of bread in the freezer that I can thaw and make garlic bread out of. And a little side salad. So for this one, I need to get some rotini noodles, pasta sauce. I do have mozzarella cheese in the freezer. I need to get, I've got the stuff for the garlic bread. I need to get salad. And I think I'm going to just buy some romaine hearts and just wash them real good. And just so I can have side salads sometimes when, you know, I don't want to have the heavy French fries or something like that. All right, so that is that. And I'll get some stuff to go along with the salad. Whenever I see on my grocery list salad, I already know to get like tomatoes and cucumbers and things like that to add to it. All right, so Tuesday. Tuesday, we're going to do chicken quesadillas. Quesadillas. Struggle bus, guys. Chicken quesadillas. I want to do yellow rice, which we have, and black beans, in which we have. The chicken quesadillas, we have the flour tortillas. We have the chicken I had bought when I had gone to Sam's, oh gosh, a couple weeks ago. I bought a couple rotisserie chickens and I shredded them and froze the meat. So I'm going to use that meat to do this. I do have some like shredded cheese, like pepper jack cheese, not pepper jack, Monterey Jack cheese. But I do want to get some of the cheese, like the white cheese, to pour over the top because my daughter and I love it like that. So, and it's our favorite is the Gordo's cheese dip. So I need to get that. All right, so I don't need anything else for that. All right, so our last meal will be Wednesday. Gonna keep it simple. We're gonna do smash burgers and French fries. And with my burger, I have been craving like the black and blue burger. So I am the only one in my family that likes blue cheese. So I'm gonna get some blue cheese. EU cheese. Blue cheese, and let's see here. Did I need anything else for that? I need hamburger buns. No, I have some hamburger buns in the freezer. We've got the meat. We've got plenty of seasonings and things like that. French fries. We have frozen fries in the freezer, plus I have a ton of potatoes right now. So, I don't think I need anything else for that. I feel like I need to add something to that. French fries, smash burgers. Maybe I'll do... No, just going to keep it simple. That's it. I'm not going to fix anything else with that. So that is our meal. The only meat we need to get this week, because we have everything else, is the cube steak. So that should help because we have to buy a lot of the staples this week, like milk and butter and bread and things like that. So that's what, you know, hurts your... When you have a heavy week of buying staples, then you don't have a whole lot of room for the meat. So anyway, we'll stock up on that and we should be good. But anyway, that is that. I have gotten everything accomplished that I wanted to do today. I did forget to blow the candle out yesterday when I was doing my video, so I'm going to do that now. See, Nick is still in there. Still enjoying this watermelon candle, but I will tell you, this is a candle from Walmart, and the smell is not as strong as it was. So I know that, like, some candles, I don't know if it's the wax that they put the scent all the way through or something like that, but like the candles that I get from Bath and Body Works seems to smell all the way down through it. This one is losing its scent, and I don't know if it's because it's a cheaper brand or something. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to blow this out, say goodbye, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends.